So I'm saying that this is the situation where we've been given an Excel data which has, this is a change. The first column is a change, the offset and the elevation, and you will observe that the offset, some of them are positive, others are negative, and you have others also zero.
Before you continue, why is that they don't label the columns?
Yes, because in importing there should be nothing at the top there. So you can label it, but before you import, you have to delete it from there. Okay. Are you okay? So this is what we have. We have the first column is the change, the second is the offset, and the last is what? The levels or the elevation. Now, some of them are negative, then there's zero, and others are positive. What do you think the negative one stands for? Yes, the offset on the left. Then what about zero? Yes, the ones on the center, and the positive are the ones on the right hand side. Very good. So, and the last column is the elevations. You can also have description, but for what we have, there are only 3 columns: change, offset, elevation. Very good. Now, before we can bring it into AutoCAD Civil 3D, there are some modifications, about 2 or 3, depending on the data you have. Now, the first thing you have to note is that there should be no plus. You know, normally changes you may write maybe 3 or 1 plus something. It should be a full number. If it is change 0, just put 0. If it is 0 plus 100, it should be 100, not 0 plus 100. So we have to go through this data and see and be sure that there is no plus sign. If not, it will not see it as a number or as a change, but like an alphabet or something. So let's go through it and see. Some of them, you will see the plus sign. Can you see? Please be going through yours. Open the Excel data, and you see that some of the changes you have, for example, you have 3 plus 900. So what we have to do is remove all the plus so that it will just be a full number. So we are going to, this is Excel, we are going to use find and replace. Are we okay? To remove the plus. If you want to do it one by one, the choice is yours. So I will highlight the first column, column A. Find, that is Control F. Or if you want to use the long process, you can come here and use find. So find what? What are we finding? Plus. Then we'll replace it with what? Nothing. Okay, so replace all. So we have finished. Please, were we successful? This is Excel. Any problem so far? Please, any problem in finding and replacing? We have to quickly finish this so that we can continue with what we where we ended yesterday. Control F is find, then find plus and replace with nothing. Please, have we finished? Please, have we finished? Oh, we are still behind. Successful? Okay, so if it's successful, what we are going to do is that we are going to save it. We are going to save the file. And we are going to save it as CSV. So we are going to save it as a CSV file. So press F12, or if you want to go through the long process, fine. F12 is save as. Please, are we all here? Save as. Please, are we all at save as? Yeah. Then the save as type is going to be CSV. So change it from XLSX or whatever to CSV. There are 2 CSVs. We are going to use the one which is comma delimited, not the MS-DOS. Comma delimited. Okay. The save as type, use CSV, comma delimited. Please, have we seen it? Yes. Comma delimited, CSV. This one is Excel. Oh. Where are you?
Replace.
Yes, find and replace. The man by you, has he done it? Only one piece. So I said that to find. I highlight the first column. Control F is find. I find plus, and I click on replace. Replace with nothing. Then press replace all. Yes, and it will replace all. something should come, something replace, about 700 and something. So okay. Then we are saving it as a CSV file. So press F12. Yes, F12. Then I'm saying that the save as type, please change it to CSV. CSV. So, and I'm saying that there are two CSVs. One is comma delimited and the other is MS-DOS. Please select the first one, comma delimited. Comma delimited. Those who just came, you can join those who have started. When they finish the processing, so open your AutoCAD and follow what we are doing. When they finish the processing, they will tell you, you can copy their file and import into the AutoCAD. So those who just came, you just follow us. Open your AutoCAD. Please, so the save as type, have we changed to CSV? Yes. Now, the file name, decide with the file name and the destination. I'm going to save it in the folder design data for trainees, but you have to decide where you want to save it. You can save it anywhere as long as you know where it is. So I'm going to call my GHI. I'm not saying call yours GHI, it's just an example. Please, have you done it? So if you have given it a name, decided on where you want to save it, change the save as type to CSV comma delimited. Please press save. Then please, do you all have this? Yes. Then yes. Okay, if we are finished, please close the file. Those who just came, please copy it and give it to them. So on your machine, copy the file that you just created for the man by you who just entered. So let's close the Excel. Do you want to save? No, don't save. So we are now in AutoCAD Civil 3D. We have 30 minutes to finish this exercise. Yes, open a new file, or you can do it in the file, the one you already have, but for simplicity's sake, let's open a new file. But make sure you are using the template that I gave you, or whichever template you want to use. Have you all opened a new drawing file? Please, have you all opened a new drawing file? Yes. Okay, now there's something we left out. That we should have checked the start change and the end change of our Excel data. The Excel data that we just created. The one we just saved. The start change is what? 3025. So let's write it somewhere. The start is 3025. And the end is what? What's the last change? Please, what's the last change? 10,400. So 10,400. So 3025 and 10 plus 400. Is that not it? So I'm saying that let's just take note of the start and the end change of the Excel data. Please, are we okay? Sometimes it start from 0, but what we have is starting from 3025. Please, are we okay? So for example, let's say there's a drain. Let's say there's a drain from, let's say, the Institute of Engineers. You are trying to maybe change the invert level, the profile, to ensure that you have, flow, adequate flow. So you have picked maybe this particular drain, maybe from here all the way to the Institute of Engineers. You have marked your changes. So you are interested in, what you are interested in is the profile, not whether it curves or not. Fine. So you have picked the stations and you have picked the levels. For this particular case, once is the invert level to just be one line. But we are looking at a situation where you also have maybe the left edge and the right edge. So we have offset to the left, offset to the right, and at the center. So we know the length of our drain. Let's say it's 3 kilometers. You understand? So we are going to, please, are we following? We are using a drain as an example because somebody is coming from a drain background. So we have a drain of length, let's say 7 kilometers. It's length of 7 kilometers. We've already done 3 kilometers. So we ended at 3025. Please, are we okay? The first section of the drain ended at 3025. And now we are continuing from 3025 to 10 plus 400. Please, are we okay? So our interest for this particular case, if we have an idea of the alignment in terms of the street and the curves, fine. But we are not interested, because if, for example, you are working volumes, or you are to do, say, for example, the slope, whether there is a curve or there is no curve, the slope will still be the same. Is that not it? Whether there is a curve or there is no curve, the earthwork will still be the same. Once the profiles are the same, the value will all be the same. Please, are we okay? So we are not interested for this particular case. We are not interested in the alignment as to whether there is a curve or there is no curve. If you have an idea, or you have the center line coordinate, fine, and you plot it, we can bring this on it. But this case, we don't have it. We are only interested in the profile and the cross sections. Please, are we okay? Please, are we okay? Okay, so the length is what? 3025, or 10400 minus 3025. What to be the length? 7375. Okay, so 7375. So we are going to do something. We are going to draw an alignment that has a length 7375. We are going to draw an alignment with length 7375. Please, are we okay? That's what we are going to do. We are not going to put in any curve. It's just going to be a straight line, length 7375, and we'll import this data onto it. So the alignment that we are going to draw is going to define our center line. So all the values that we have with offset 0, they will fall on the alignment. Please, are we clear? I don't know if somebody is confused. Maybe you just came, so maybe you are confused. But those who started with us, you should not be confused. Okay. So we are going to draw an alignment of length 7375. And we are going to first draw a simple line, then convert the line into an alignment. You can also start straight away from alignment tools and create the alignment. So let's draw a simple line, AutoCAD line L for line. I press enter. Then start. Don't worry where it will pass, whether it is going up or down. Just draw something. But we have to make sure that the length is what? 7375. So let's see, properties. What I've drawn, please, I've drawn something. Have you drawn something? A line? Please, all of us, let's draw a line in AutoCAD. We are going to convert the line into an alignment. If you can draw a line of length, there are so many ways. You can, like we did, you remember how we moved. There's also a way to define the length at 7375. But if you don't know that method, just draw a line. Are you okay? Let's just draw a line and click on it. Click on the line, right click, and go to properties. When you select properties, this window will come. Please, do you have something like this? Yes. The property window, has it opened? So we are going to define the length. The X start is what? I don't know, your value may be different from mine. Please, are we all here? Do you all have the property window? So the X start, you just put 0 there. Put 0 at the X start. The Y also, let's put 0 there.
The geometry.
Pardon?
The geometry.
Yeah, the geometry. So X, let's put 0. Then Z also, let's put 0. Please, are we okay? X0, Y0. Forget about the Z. X0, Y0. When we finish, I'll show you, an easier way. X0, Y0. Then the end. X is just like we are plotting a line in on a graph sheet. So X will be what? 7375. And Y will be what? 0. Enter. Then you have it. Please, who was not successful? So now the length of this line is 7375. So the start x is 0, y is 0, the end x is 7375 and y is 0. End x is 7375 and end y is 0. So we have defined the total length of our drain or our road. Please, any problem? No problem, so we can continue. Yes. Yes. The end. The start x, start y, end x, x, y. End y, sorry. So the start x and y are 0. Then the end x is 7375. The end y is 0. So you should have a horizontal line. Please, are you okay? You should have something like this. Do you have it? Yes. So zoom out to be able to see the total length or the full line you have drawn. Please, are you okay? Please, can we continue? Please, can we continue? So I think this is okay. As you explore, I mean, the other ways of drawing the line, you can use auto. You can set your auto on. Let me show you. Let's say I press L to activate my line command. I want it to be a straight line, either horizontal or vertical. So let me turn my auto on. So I turn my auto on, or F8. So you can watch. If you'll be able to do it, fine. This is also another method. My auto is on. I press somewhere, then I can either draw a horizontal or a vertical line. This time I want it to be vertical, so I move it up here. Then I have to specify the next point. The next point I'm going to specify with a coordinate. So I'll use the relative sign. At x will be 0 because I'm going vertical. X will be 0. Y will be 7375. Z is 0. Please, have you seen it? The length is, where is length? 7375. Please, have you seen it? So you decide. I think let's go by the first method. So we have this. So we have our line. The length is 7375. Please, are we okay? Please, are we okay? Now we are going to convert this into an alignment. We are going to convert it into an alignment. So we go to alignment. You remember alignment? So click on the drop down by alignment. Can you see create alignment from object? Please, can you see create alignment from object? So I'm saying that, you can start your assignment by using alignment creation tools. Then you draw and specify the length. Or you come here, you already have an object you are going to convert into an alignment. So let's use this option, create alignment from object. Please select it and what comes? It says what? Select what?
The first line.
So select your object, select it, click on it. You select, then you right click. And what comes? Can you see something on it?
Yeah.
What comes on it? An arrow telling you the direction.
Yeah.
So if you are okay with this direction, you press enter. If you are not okay, just press R to reverse. Then it will be in the other direction. Please, are we okay? So let's assume that, pardon? Yeah, I said click the drop down. You see create alignment from object. Then to tell you to select this, your line. Then right click and you should see an arrow on it. So please, do we all have it? Please, do we all have the arrow on it?
Yes.
So if we are comfortable with the direction, let's all press enter. If you want it to reverse, press R to reverse. So enter.
Arrow.
Yes, when you press R, it means that the arrow will go. It will move here, but it will reverse it. So do we all have this?
Yeah.
So let's put in the name. Let's say drain or something, or or pipeline or anything, the name of the alignment. Let me call my drain. Let me call my drain. Okay, please, are we okay? Now, tell me what is going to be our start station. Is it going to be 0? 3025. If you don't change to 3025, it will not understand because you are going to import the point and it should fall at certain changes. Please, are we okay? Yeah. So we change to 3025. We'll leave the rest. Let's see. It says that what? Alignment style. Okay, new SND. Alignment label set. Let's set it to also new SND. The label set. Please watch what I've done. They says add curves between tangents. We can leave it. I mean, there are no tangents, so whether you check it or you leave it, nothing will happen. Erase existing entities. Yes, we want to erase it. This we are not going to do any design criteria. We leave it like that. So alignment style and label set will all be new SND. If you are done, you press OK, and you should see something like this. So
the 200.
Leave it. You don't worry. You don't have tangent. There's only one tangent. It's asking you, assuming you have tangents and you want to insert curves. So, pardon.
The alignment label set.
Yes, we'll raise existing. The label set and style will be new SND. New SND. So do it and let's see if you have something like this quickly. Yes, I mean it can be. You can check it or leave it because you don't have any other tangents. Only one. So there will be no curve. You can still do it, but I'm saying that for this particular assignment, we are actually not even doing a road design. We are doing a drain. You understand? It's a drain that we are doing, not a road. So what we have done is we have picked the center line that is going to define the drain. You understand? Now we are going to insert the cross sections. Then we'll do our drain in terms of the profile. Please, are we okay? So
the alignment label set.
And new SND.
There's written no labels.
So change it. What do you have?
Major and minor.
Okay, you are not using the template. You use major and minor.
And the add curves.
Whether you turn it on or off, you get the same result because you have only one tangent. Please, can we continue? So we all have our alignment. That is defining the place is cold or okay, because we are here. Okay. I say cold, it's warm. So please, now we have the alignment. Now this, as we are saying, what we are doing is not a road. So we are not worried about design criteria. This is defining the drain line. Please, are we okay? So we have gone to an area, we have pegged where we want our drain to pass. And we have defined the changes and we have picked cross sections at those changes. So that's what we have here. So we have our changes 3025 and the change intervals, they are in intervals of 50. It doesn't mean that you cannot change it. You can, if you want to use intervals of 25, 10, whatever, the choice is yours. But what we have in the template is 50. Later on, I'll show you how to edit it. It's very simple. But let's continue. Are you okay? Good. So now we are going to import our data, the Excel data, onto this alignment. So now let's go back to the Excel. Where you have saved your Excel data, go to it. Open the folder destination where your Excel data was saved. Mine is where is it? Is it this one? I have mine here. Please go to where you saved your Excel data. I've gone to mine. Mine is G. Yes, the CSV file. Don't open Excel. The folder that you're just a file explorer. Close Excel. The file should be closed and go to File Explorer and go to where your file was saved. We are going to change it to a text file because if it's not a text file, you cannot import it for this particular format. If it's CSV, you can't import as CSV. It accepts only text, TXT. Please, are we okay? So now, Have you seen your file, the file you saved? Please, have we seen the file you saved?
Yes.
In File Explorer. Now, if you look at I have my file extension shown. If yours, who is not having his file extension showing? This one is not AutoCAD. You don't have to show file extension.
Yeah.
It's on desktop, so go to desktop. So go show your file extension. Yeah, you go to view, then file name extensions. Can you see it? If you don't know how to do it, you click on view, then you see show hide file name extension. Make sure it is on. Please, finished. Yeah, if you know, I said show your file extension. If you know how to do it, fine. If you don't know how to do it, click on view, File Explorer, not AutoCAD. File Explorer, where your file is, say view. Then you see file name extensions here. Please look on mine if you are lost. If you are using an old version, I think you go to file. When you go to file, I think there's one, I've forgotten where it is, but it's somewhere here. If you are using a lower version of Windows, you have seen it. Good. Yes. So successful. Please, who has not been able to show his file extension? Please, who has not been able to? The file extension CSV should show.
It's already there.
So please, I want us to rename the file and change the extension. We are going to, so you can right click, or you know how to rename. You click first, then you wait a while, then you click again. Change the CSV to TXT. Change the CSV to TXT. So change the file extension, rename, change the file extension from CSV to TXT. Then you enter. A warning will come, just press yes. Yes, TXT, text, TXT. Not TS, TX, X for xylophone, TXT. X, yes, TXT. Successful?
Yes.
Successful?
Yes.
TXT. My file name is GHIE. So yours may be different. And I'm saying I rename it, change the file extension from CSV to TXT. Successful?
Yeah.
Now you see that when you open it, you see it as a what? It will be a text file.
Yeah.
Maybe a notepad or something. Okay. So let's close it. Now let's go back to AutoCAD. So make sure that the file that you've closed it. If it's open, there will be file violation. Please, are we all in AutoCAD?
Yes.
Then now go to point creation tools. You know where to get point creation? Let's use this one. You can also get it from Prospector. But come here. Please come here. Look up on the screen. Can you see points?
Yes.
Ribbon under home. You click the drop down. Can you see point creation tools? Can you see point creation tools? There are a number of options here. Please, can you see point creation tools? Actually, what we are going to use is create point alignment, but we are going to use the point creation tools. You can also go here. Please watch what I'm doing. You can go here and select import from file, but I want us all to use the first one, point creation tools. Then this will come. You remember this man? Yes, this man has come, but we are not going to use this last option. We are going to use this one. This one, the third button. This is, yes, so click on the drop down and select import from file. Please, are we all there?
Yes.
Who is not there? Oh, you don't write. We are recording, so you don't write. Just listen and follow. Yes, point creation. Point creation to. I'm saying the third button. Click the drop down. You see import from file. Have you seen it? So select import from file. Then what comes? Please, what has come? Document. So go and select the file. Go and select the file. I don't know where yours is. Go and select the file, the TXT file. Go and select the file. Select the file and double click or select and press open. And wait for us. Please, have you done that? Now tell me what has come at the command line. Enter file format. Then you see some numbers. So please, your command line, please watch mine. Here, the up sign, just press so that it will expand for you to see all that it is telling you. Have you expanded it? Please, have you expanded it? One is for what? Then 2 is what? Then 3. So what the one we are going to import, which of the numbers are we going to select? Number 2. So just press 2. Are you okay? Press 2 and enter. Then what comes again? Enter a delimiter 1 and 2. So expand again. Let's see the delimiter. Space and comma. Our delimiter is what? Comma. So press type 2 and enter. Then what comes again? Enter has given a default 999. Let's leave it. So let's press enter. Then what comes again? -9. So that one also we accept as it is. So enter. Then what comes? So go and select the alignment. Select the alignment. And let's see whether it will work. Yes, wait, just be patient with it. It will come. You let it finish. Mine is also frozen. Invalid characters found. Okay. Mine has come. Mine has come. So why is yours saying invalid characters found? It will come. Just be patient with it. It has come. Please, has it come? Has yours come? It has come by what? Some places are hot. Do you see some point? It may look like trees or something. Or it may be a star. I don't know how yours look like. Yours is star. Okay. So those who could not do it or who had a challenge, I'm going to repeat. Are you okay? I'm going to repeat. I'm going to repeat. Those who could not do it, I'm going to repeat. So I'm deleting my points. So I'm going to, I've deleted those who could not do it. Please observe. I'm saying that to start, you have your alignment, everything. Make sure that your the one who said invalid character, it has now come. No. Still invalid character. Have you closed your file? The notepad. Yes. And you change the extension to TXT. What about the man sitting by you? Did his work? Yes. Then you copy his file. Okay, it should work. So I said you go to point. You click the drop down. Then you can go here, create alignment, then import from file. Or point creation tools. Then you come and select the third button. Are you watching? The drop down, import from file. Then I come and select my file. Then the format, I click this to expand the command line. Mine is number 2, so I press 2. 2. Yes, 2. Then the delimiter, I expand. Is it 1 or 2? Is 2, so 2. I enter. Then the invalid character, -999, I accept it. The next one to offset, I accept it. Then select alignment. So I go and select the alignment. Then I wait for it to insert the points. Has it worked now? Still? Okay, copy his and let's see if it doesn't that. Then successful. Who was not successful? Please, those are the back. Successful. Okay. Good morning. Attendance. Okay. Please attendance. Let's make sure that you write your name and you pass it. Yes. Please, whose is like mine? Your point looks like trees. Successful now. Other direction. Yes, because you reversed yours. So your change is also in that order. Is that not it? So, please, can we continue? Please, can we continue?
No, be patient.
But you should know why you are pressing 2. Has it come? It will come. Okay. So please, I want us to do a correction. Those who look like mine, like trees, we don't. This is not the marker that we want. We want it to be, say, an X. Are we okay? So click on or select any of them. Select any of the point. Have you done that?
Yeah.
Select any of the point and go to point group properties here, up here. Go there. Are you there? I'm saying select any of the points. If you are lost, please look up. Select any of the points. That is if yours look like mine. You have it as a tree. Select the point. Then any of the point. Then you see, go up. You see point group properties. Have you done that? The point star that I have is what? That is why it looks like a tree. So change it and let's use standard. Let's use standard. The label style also, let's use standard. I mean, there's actually no label, so it will have no effect.
So standard.
Yes, standard. And then okay. Do you all have it like this? Please, do you all have it like this?
Yes.
Oh, can you see it now? Please, do you all have it like this?
Yeah.
Good. So at this point, I mean, the rest are the same. You can then, let's try and see if we can convert the points into, or use the points for to form a surface and draw a simple profile like we did yesterday. Then we'll continue with yesterday's. Please, are we okay? So, are you okay for now? Amma, you are now coming home. Okay, very good. So now, this is our drain line. This is our center line for the drain. And we have our cross sections. Now, I want to please show you something. You know, now, because we have brought the points into AutoCAD Civil 3D, automatically it will give it a coordinate, X, Y, and an elevation. Are we okay? It will give it coordinate. Now, let's assume that we were sure of the center line. We were sure of the center line that we drew. Now, we've imported the change offset elevation into AutoCAD. The next time we want to give, do we still have, then maybe I want to give this data to somebody else. Once I have done it, I can convert it or export it as a far eastern northern elevation and give it to you, and you for your importation you just import as normal import points. You will not need to define an alignment and import it. Please, are we okay? Now I'm saying that the point that we have here, because if you look down here, I don't know if you have your something like this, you can see that it has given it a point number, or select any of the points and go to edit point list. You see that it has a point number, it has eastern, it has northern, and point elevation. Do you have it? Good. So now this is what we are going to do. We are going to export the points into maybe Excel or CSV or something, so that the next time you want to use it, you will not need to import with the change offset elevation format. Please, are we okay? Okay. So this is what we'll do. Please go to Prospector, and this also applies to any other, not only this particular assignment. If you have points in your AutoCAD Civil 3D, you have imported the point, but maybe you have lost the original Excel data and you want to export it into Excel. Maybe you are presenting your drawing or something. They are saying that the requirements, bring the drawing, also bring the Excel, but you have lost the Excel, but you have the points in AutoCAD Civil 3D. You can export it back to Excel. Please, are we okay? So that's what we want to do. So we are going to export the points that we have now back to Excel in a format that we will have to decide. So go to Prospector. Are you at Prospector?
Yes.
Then point groups, expand point groups. Have you expanded point groups?
Yes.
Now the point group available is only all points. We have not put, when we are doing it, we did not put it into any point group. Are you okay?
Yes.
So we'll leave it like that. The rest we did it the other time. You know how to define a point group. I mean, if there are elevations or there are descriptions, you can use include and, but let's use this one. Right click on all points. Right click on all points. Can you see export point? When you right click on all points, do you see export point? Select export point. Have you selected it? Please, and do you see the format? The format, you have to decide on the format that you want to export it into. So for me, I'm going to, there's no description, so even if I use something D, there will be nothing there. So I'm going to export it as northern eastern elevation, NEZ. You can also use something else, maybe ENZ or, please, who is not here? Please, who is not here? We are all, I'm saying that to get here, right click on all points or the point group that you want to export. For now it is all points, so right click and you see export point. Select export point and you have this. So choose the format that you want to export it into. I'm going to export it as a comma delimited file, but it's going to be, the format is going to be eastern northern elevation comma delimited ENZ. Please, let's all use ENZ, or let's add point number. Somebody may want to add point number to I mean, you choose any. Okay. Okay, so decide on the format that you want to use, but it has to be comma delimited. Let's decide on a format, but let it be comma delimited, and there should, at least there should be N, E, and Z somewhere. Ask. You see, it means that the columns have been, I mean, in terms of the columnation, it's separated by a comma. That's comma delimited. You can also have it separated by a space, then it is space delimited. But let's use comma delimited. So we are going to use, and you say we should use NEZ. Okay, NEZ comma delimited. Select. Then do you see the next one, destination file? So click on this button, the browser button, and go and select where you want it to be. So I'm going to put it in the other folder. So decide on the folder where you want your file to be saved and give it a name. Are you okay? You have the file name there, so give it a name and where you want it to be, and wait for us. I'm going to call my GHIE exported. GHIE exported. Have you done it? Have you given it a destination? Please, have you done it? Given it a file name. Then if you have files of type, can you see files of type? Let's change it to CSV. We are going to export as a CSV file, not NEZ, CSV. Please, have you done it? So if you have finished, just press open. If you have finished, just press open. Press open and come and select OK. Then it will export it for you. Who was not successful? We've all been able to do it. Please, have you all been able to do it?
Yes.
Very simple. Now, I want you to go to your go to File Explorer and go and search if you can find the file and open it and see how it looks like. Go to File Explorer and open the file that you exported. This is mine. I double click, and this is how mine looks like. So how does yours look like? Together? Okay. But I think it has to do with your Excel settings. Anytime it opens a CSV, it puts everything together in one column. Okay, you later will look at it. But what you can also do is that you open it with maybe Notepad. Though it's CSV, right click and open with Notepad. Open with Notepad or Word something, WordPad. And you see it with comma. Have you seen it? The rest of us, you have something like this. You have, so this is the nothing. The first column is nothing. The second column is what? Easting. Then the last column is what? Elevation. Please, are we okay? Please, are we okay? So if you have this, you can import it again. But this time, not with offset elevation, just normal import. You remember how we did it yesterday? I mean, yesterday or 2 days ago. Okay. So please, are we all okay? Okay. So now, if we are all okay, we are going to, thank you, we are going to use these points to build a surface and come out with the ground profile. It's also a way of refreshing all that we have done. Please, are we okay? Okay. So let me stop this one.